So today I'm making a scab using the Kmart Halloween range. I've used some Vaseline on my fingers because the scar tissue is actually very sticky, and I'm going to be using just the Kmart range. So this is the glue that they've got for the Halloween putty for nose and scar. It's very sticky and it actually smells really bad. I've just, yeah, it's very sticky. So I've just used a paintbrush to put it on. I feel like that's probably the best way to be able to do this because it is extremely sticky. And I've realized that I think I've put on a bit too much here, but if you put on a thin layer, it actually stays really sticky and it does not dry out. I think the longer that you leave it to dry, the more sticky that it actually gets, and it stays that way. Yeah, it's very sticky. So once you've got that on, this is the scar tissue that they have at Kmart, the nose and scar putty. And all you do is it's actually very tough to get out, so you need any kind of a tool to kind of pull it out. I've actually used just my paint scraper to try and pull it out. I used some before, that's why there's a bit of discoloration in there. Yeah, just the more you play with it, the softer it gets, but trying to get it out of the tub is actually really hard. As you can see, it doesn't really stick unless you play with it. So if you just mush it around a little bit, it gets a bit softer. That's me trying to dry it because obviously I put on too much. And this is where the Vaseline comes in handy because it doesn't stick to your hand. It's really good to use a flat tool to be able to just push it onto the glue so it sticks down and you can spread it easier. I feel like that's probably the best way to be able to spread it, and just you don't need to do it very neatly either. You could just do it very messy. So just try and spread this out using the tool that you have. With the outside edges, try and make them thinner and stick more to your skin. So if you spread it out more like you're spreading butter, it kind of more looks like your skin. You want the outside to look like it's a part of your skin and not just stuck on there. And then the inside of your scab, you just try not to mush it in too much, maybe here and there, but being able to show that it's sticking up shows that it's been separated from your actual tissue. So if you mush it down, it kind of blends into your skin. It might come off, but it's okay, just mush it back down, it should be fine. And then we just keep going and keep working it in until you're happy with it and it actually looks like the outside scab. And then we're just gonna give it a little bit of color. Yeah, you can flick like the edges that you find, you can flick them up so it looks like your skin is actually coming apart. It's actually really hard to show at this angle. So yeah, mush it down. Don't worry that it doesn't look like your skin too much because we're gonna make it look like it's a bit bruised, so it won't matter what color your skin actually is. So we're just going to keep mushing this into our skin, flattening it, and then when you're happy with it, there'll be flaky bits, and that's fine because you want your skin to look like it's flaking up a little bit. So once you're happy with the shape of the scab, you can just flick up a few sides and make it look like your skin's actually peeling off. Make sure you stick down the bottoms, yeah, and yeah, kind of that's your skin. So yeah, we're gonna make it look like it's a bit bruised on the outside so it kind of blends with your skin, so it doesn't really matter your skin color. If you've got any kind of face paint or even makeup, something that's like brownish, purplish, maybe even a bit of yellow, so I've just used that mixed color palette and I'm just going to dab it around the side, blend it in, and it will kind of look like it's got a bit of a bruising. So once you've worked it in and blended it around, it should look like it's bruised. Yeah, the colors are it's a bit hard to work with, Makeup might actually work better, especially if you've got a foundation that you know is your skin color. Then that'll work amazing, and it will actually blend in to your skin a lot better and actually look like your skin is peeling. But I think I did a pretty good job with this, using a bit of face paint. So we'll just keep going, blending it in, making it look like it's bruised up. Yeah, and then when you're happy with it, then we're going to move on, and we're going to put some blood inside there. If you want to put a little bit of makeup foundation in the middle, so when you put the blood in there you won't have any patches, but I really don't think you'll have any patches when you put the blood in there anyway. So I'm just going to put some fake blood in there. This is also from Kmart, and I do have the other one that's a bit like jelly, but I feel like they're both the same thing because this one is actually a bit thick as well. It's not really thin and runny. So the other one's in a tub, this one's in a tube, so I'm just going to put a couple of blobs. But also, when you are playing with this, make sure you close the lid, because if this gets somewhere it stains really bad. So once we've done that, I've just used a paintbrush again, a different paintbrush, to just dab it inside of where the flaky part is on the inside of the scab. If you don't use too much and you can see your skin color from coming through patches underneath, it actually looks like you've got a bit of muscle showing through. So don't dab it too much. And then we're just going to try and blend it in, but try not to go over the skin too much. The other thing I did is kind of go through the cracks. Like I said, when it dries up, you'll see some cracks that'll look like wrinkles. So I just went through some of the cracks with the blood, not getting any more, just using the bits that I had inside already. And then try and get into all those little flaky bits like underneath, so it looks like the blood is actually coming out from underneath the flakes. So we're going to keep going, put some blood around where all the bruising and stuff is. So see if when you're happy with it, then yeah, then you stop, and then we're just going to add a little bit more blood onto there. So we're going to get our fake blood again, and then the part that you've left open, just pour the blood into there. And with this I was actually hoping that it would run down, but because it's like a thick jelly, that actually didn't work, so I ended up trying to dab it anyway. So like I said, it didn't drip, so I used the paintbrush to pull it down. If you want, you could always put a little bit more fake blood in it and push it around the sides so it looks like the blood is still coming out from underneath your skin. But yeah, it doesn't drip. That's why I said I feel like this one and the other gel one, I feel like they're the same thing. It's just one's in a tub and one's in a tube. So, but yeah, this is what it looks like at the end. Yeah, it's a bit hard to show, but look, if you had a whole Halloween costume going on, and like I said, if you had foundation and you put foundation around it, then I think it would blend in better. But look, for Kmart's range, I don't mind this. I think it's pretty good, and it does come off pretty easy. I just used a wipe here to just wipe it off. If you are doing this on kids and whatever, like on your face, and yeah, I think if you just have just a quick shower, water and soap, it comes off pretty easily. Yeah, that's it.